Hello, I'm feeling okay. I sat in bed. I'm not even kidding you guys. I had my laptop open around 12:30 in bed. I was like, let me rest my eyes for like 20 minutes, and I fell asleep answering an email, and I was so like my head was just pounding, dude. It still hurts a little bit, but not as much as it hurts this morning. I think it's literally the weather. I am 100% establishing a correlation between rainy days, like about to rain, and me getting a headache. It kind of makes sense because I feel like it's been like this for years now. You know what I mean? Literally watching a VOD and I got the noti. Sorry I'm so late, guys. Brandon, sorry about your head. Dude, hey, I'm sorry about it too. A surprise to be sure, but a welcomed one. I'm happy to be here. I feel bad because at 1 p.m. streams are like my favorite, and I feel like I accidentally slept through one of my favorite parts of the day, which is I feels bad on a whole bunch of aspects here. Alex wilts without sunlight. I am 100% a plant, you know, but we're here now, so that's all that matters. Ooh, it's been a day though. Hope you're feeling better. A little bit, for sure, a little bit. Thank you for asking, though. Thank you for the comment, though. And Neon, thank you so much for 5 months. That's crazy. Here, at least 5 more. Dude, I appreciate it, Neon. Beldoink! Dude! Thank you, man. Oh, thanks, guys.
Feel better soon, big guy.
I'm gonna
In
try.
other news, I talked to Bell yesterday and got my family upgraded
Hey,
to
yo.
3 GB fiber, and now we're paying even less for faster speeds.
Yeah,
Got it
okay.
set up today and am hella excited to test it
Dude,
out.
that is fucking awesome because here in Toronto, I'm noticing I need to call for my parents as well or do something with my parents because I think we have faster connection than them and I think we're paying less. So I gotta figure that out too. But Belding, that's freaking awesome, dude. Are you a wired connection? I'm still on Wi-Fi, so my connection speed doesn't even fucking matter. Your channel has inspired me and I love keyboards. I noticed that in my country stores aren't selling these types of product, aesthetic design keyboards, which led to start a business project to sell keyboards on my local market. Ooh, which country are you in? I know there's definitely a few countries that kind of struggle to get some stock to them. I get that for sure. I'm on Ethernet in my room, only PC in the house that is. Oh, dude, you're dedicated, bro. There's no fiber available in my area. I've contacted every single fiber provider nearby, and they're all like, coming soon. Yeah, that's the tough part, because some providers... You have to understand this too, and I'm not like defending these brands. Simon, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. I hope your stream went well today, Simon. I didn't get the I usually catch the tail end of it or watch a little bit of your streams, but today I was in bed. And I don't know if you guys can tell, I just rolled out of bed, but I'm yoinking your shit. Me? Simon's stealing your idea. Direct compliments to the flamingo counter. Which idea? Which idea are we talking about? On my way to your house? Couldn't tell. You always handsome AF. Thank you, Hubert. Appreciate it. Yeah. 100%, it's the rain or something.
Not gonna lie, the 6-month prepaid tier 2 resub caught me off guard, lol. Glad your head feels better. I feel
Thank
your
you,
pain.
Clownfish.
Headaches are the worst.
It's been better though. Do you guys remember when every day I would have a headache because my glasses weren't sitting properly? That was crazy to find out that can cause like severe headaches. I didn't know that. That was like new to my life. Mainly because, again, these are like my first metal frames that I've had in a long time. And I've always had... Just don't wear the glasses. Simon, I can see this far. That is how far I can see. So nice. I don't
Make
wear
sure
mine.
to hydrate, you nincompoop.
I've been hydrating all day. I've actually had a Gatorade. I had some water. We've talked about this. I'm deathly scared of contacts. Just focus extra hard. Easy. You're like me. Mudo, I cannot see very far at all. Did you get your G2 yet? Not yet. Actually, I don't think I can yet. I think I have to wait 1 more month or something. Aqua, thank you for 26 months of being here, bro. Thank you. Oh no. No glasses build? The worst Gatorade flavor? Absolutely agree with you guys. This is by far anything orange. Listen, this can be a controversial take. Anything orange is 100% the worst flavor, but this is all I have. So, this is my first time catching the start of your stream. Sumo, I hope you enjoy it. Orange is my city. Orange flavor stuff just isn't my thing. It just reminds me of orange juice. And again, I kind of associate having orange juice when I'm not feeling well. The blue one's good. I prefer any other flavor besides orange. And then rank number 2 from the bottom would be fruit punch. Fruit punch is hit and miss. Are we getting into a Gatorade tier list right now? All right, we'll do a Gatorade tier list after stream is done. We'll do one after the stream is finished here. I wanted to like change my desk pad and everything today, but I didn't have time. So sorry for being late, guys. Light blue Gatorade is S tier. Which one's light blue? I didn't know there's multiple blue flavors. Also, Clownfish, Utoy, Aqua, Beldoink, Simon again, thank you for the raid. Neon, thank you guys all so much for the subs. This is the first time I think I've seen a client send me the Iris plastic boxes, by the way, and I'm here for it. I'm so here for it.
34 months of vibes. Hope you're doing swell. I miss the pic of Tim Souslis in the back.
I need to get a new one printed out, dude. What lighting solution are you going for to get that nice, soft looking video? So this is rather simple. It is one single light source that is heavily diffused. I used to have this double diffused, but I really noticed it didn't do that much. I don't think my light source is 100% in the right spot. I think I would probably prefer it to be a little bit more to my right some, but I haven't really tweaked it yet until I get all the final things in with the cabling here. But I am using a Nanlite Compact 200. It is just a giant LED that has a frosted diffuse panel. You can double diffuse it if you want. Another thing that helps is I have the light pointed towards a white wall. So as you guys can see, there is a white wall. I can touch it. This white wall helps with some of that diffusion. If you guys remember when I had my room painted all black, the lighting was very contrasty. So I've kind of demoed this before. Here, I'll show you guys how this works. Okay, so if you were to take this, let's let it focus on my face again. Come on. You guys see how there's a bit of a rim light now that's happening on the side of my face, and when I take it away, it kind of goes away. Play around with even just using ways to bounce light. Bouncing light can help a crap ton, and you don't have to spend a lot of money on good lighting. In fact, I think my panel, at the time, I think I spent $250 on it, and I've been using the same light source ever since I started streaming. I think the most expensive piece of equipment that I probably purchased would be my microphone. But yeah, you can just experiment with white boards, and you can get some pretty crazy lighting with that. Do you know if you building the key I sent tomorrow or the 2nd? Ivan, didn't I give you a date? Hold on one second. I apologize if I did not. I swear to God, I thought I told you a date. I am building it on the 2nd. Alex, I got my Alex Sonnet and the color's so good in person. I don't know. I think they turned out good. I'm very happy with them. We're using some Zen highs. We're doing a mode 65 for a client today. This is actually one of the prize winners for the free build service. Where are the campfires? Long story short, using IEMs was completely fucking with my sense of everything. And I've noticed myself getting dizzy wearing them, on stream at the very least. So I decided to stop wearing them. Only on stream. Do you identify yourself more as a keyboard commission builder or a streaming entertainer pro? Oh, what an interesting question. I would associate more what I do with entertainment. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Like, I think I'm good at building keyboards. Obviously, like, I feel like it's always going to be a learning process. There are some times where maybe I don't do something 100%, and I'm always here to learn. I'm always here to, like, get better. Working with clients like very closely and stuff too. I've been doing a lot more sourcing for people lately. But I don't know, I just feel like I like talking. Like I like being with people. I don't know. Lately I was even having this internal debate with myself, like, do I consider myself good at photography? And the short answer, guys, I'm gonna be real. I think there's more talented people than I, and I'm not just saying this to be humble. Like, I am very good at like genuinely looking at a situation sometimes and being like, okay, here are my strengths and weaknesses. I truly think one of my biggest strengths is community building. I hope. That's what I ended up wanting to focus all my energy to. So maybe entertaining and community, I feel like that's my strongest suit. I don't know. I like building keyboards. I love hands-on projects. This is from Ordinary Labs. But those are I think one of my strongest. Oh, I found this, by the way. I finally did. You're my favorite for many reasons. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's hard to compare yourself to people with a job of photography. Well, I used to do photography full time. That was my job at one point. But I don't know. It's just not something that, like, I love it. I'm super passionate about it. Do I think I'm the best at it? Absolutely not. But I still love gear. I still love, got a lot of cool things for cameras. I don't know. It's just fun. It's fun to me. That's my hobby that kind of bleeds into this a little bit, but Chula wants a compliment. Chula, you know what my other favorite hobby is? Loving you. I hope you're having a great day, Pachula. The best of days. And you deserve every single day as the best of days. A wise man once said that true mastery is saying that you know nothing. Rock on doing what you love. Thank you, Corky. I appreciate you, dude. There will always be people more skilled than you. I might be wrong, but I don't think you should compare yourself too much to others when it comes to art stuff. I mean, you make a great point, Toxic. I agree with you completely. It's hard, and you shouldn't compare yourself to others when it comes to, where you are in the art world. But, I mean, we're all a little different. It definitely shows your Discord is by far the most active of all the keyword creators I follow, which really speaks to your ability there. I have fun talking to everyone in Discord. Like, I think we have a solid community. I think I think another big part of community building is also the ability to, for a lack of a better word, like lead and guide your community into something that's just not going to be a festering, toxic cesspool. Which, it happens to a lot of different, dude, audio was awful for that. It happens to a lot of different communities sometimes where just you let things get out of hand. So you kind of need to, I can't really word this well. You really do need to figure out better ways to lead. I think the healthy way is to compare yourself to see how much you've improved. I did that recently, Sen. Oh, is this not connected? Hold on one sec, guys. Might not be charged or connected at this point. Oh, there it goes. Okay, perfect. I just want to take a look at what plate we're using today. We are going to be using carbon fiber, step caps lock 6.25U, and we're soldering. Perfect. We're doing a mode 65 today. I've been having the worst morning in terms of just my brain is just not settling with everything today. I think it's just I've been having nasty headaches all day today, so let's see what we got. Let us see. Because I don't even know what color we're doing. It's a nice color combo, actually. I don't really know what color combo this is. Ooh. So wait, is this the cream bottom with a blue gray? And then it has like a rose and a copper. Wait, this is kind of cool. I wonder what accent they picked. My favorite thing about your Discord is that it's not an echo chamber. So many groups fall victim to hive mind mentality. Yeah, I try not. That is a very good point, and I try to stay far away from the mentality of just repeating. Oh, it's a wooden accent. Very nice. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you guys ever have questions about that kind of stuff, feel free. I always try to, answer that kind of stuff. So Hi, Alex in chat, long-time lurker, first-time chatter. John, what's up, dude? Hope you're having a good day today. What are your thoughts on the Mode 65 versus Envoy versus Encore? Well, okay. That is an interesting question because the Encore and the Mode 65 basically share the same internals. So I don't really have like a distinct of like which one do I like more between the 65 like internals versus the Encore. They're both the same. I do think the Encore, just because of the you know, well actually no, that's not true because I did this test on my own. If you get the copper bottom Mode 65, they sound very similar. Maybe the Encore sounds a slight different because of maybe overall shape of the board, and maybe the thicker wooden accent on the top. But they're both great boards. I would say the Mode 65 and Encore are pretty much like sound-wise same level. I do like the way the Encore looks more. The Envoy's a bit more unique. The Envoy's a bit more airy in sound profile and brighter. It's also just a one-piece design. So it just really depends on what you're looking for. I personally, if I had to pick one right now to buy with the newer price point of the Envoy, it just, for me, I get more bang out of my buck, or more buck out of my, whatever the saying is, out of the Envoy. Just want to see how this looks with the accent here, because the wooden accents are quite nice from Mode. Ooh, this is a really nice combo. Okay. I will leave this on for now. Cool. I'm talking to keyboard companies to understand their conditions on wholesale initial order. In the early days, how much profit were you taking out of your business for yourself, and how much money would you reinvest into your business? That's a little different for me, though, right? I don't really sell parts. The honest answer there is the first 2 years of doing keyboard content creation was minus money. In the very, very early days of doing keyboard stuff, it would pretty much be a loss every single stream. And it was just fun to me to do. I think in more recent times, I've been able to kind of put a few dollars aside from the actual like streaming aspect. But again, it kind of just goes back into other things. For example, the camera gear, streaming stuff, like equipment that like, dude, you know how many times I can't even tell you how many times I have to replace like cables, stuff that just wears or just breaks. So there's like a little bit of a pool these days to kind of play around with, but it's not that big. Like streaming doesn't make you that much money. Not at all. Now, if you're talking about like me working for like novel keys and stuff like that, that is my actual like job per se. So that doesn't get very invested into this. Well, sometimes it does. But that actually just goes into me and my living and, you know, rent and yada, yada, yada. So, like, for me, like, that is my... How can I put this? That is my living money. And then the streaming tries to go back into this to make it the coolest thing possible. You know what math I have never done, though, when it comes down to the streaming aspect? I don't know how much money I've lost in all those giveaways. But I'm pretty positive it's probably, if I probably did it, I'd probably be kind of scared to look at the number. But let's just pretend those don't count. Let's just not count those. I did the math one time on one of them, and that's not including like anything else, but how much does sponsor money factor into stuff, if you don't mind me asking? No, that's a good question too. That stuff there I consider to be helpful for the overall grand scheme of things. That's what also allows me to kind of have a little bit more of a pool these days. If you guys didn't know, a lot of the parts that you guys see me use, like switches and whatnot, you know, like not today because it's a client build, but a lot of them are purchased by me. The lubricant, all the stuff you guys see, like solder, all this stuff, all purchased by me. So a lot of the times that money helps with that. Don't forget, I run the website. That website costs it's gone up again. It's about $725 a year, plus all the other things and monthly things for that too. There's a lot of costs. I did a sheet one time, and I think with streaming and sponsorships, I think I come out with about $400 a month as like the balance, you could say. They're going to say, so no, not $725 a month. It's like $725 a year for the website, American. He should be able to write them off. I think business expenses are something I'm sure you guys know, but business expenses I feel like are something that's very like they're good. Don't get me wrong. It's good to write off business expenses. It's just I think people misconstrue business expenses sometimes. You kind of have to be making money to be able to do business expenses. And then there's a lot of things like, you know what I didn't know? Camera gear isn't really a big business expense. When I did my first year of streaming and invested a lot in camera gear, at least in Canada, I don't know about the United States, it is actually a depreciating asset. So it is, you cannot write off the full amount of money you spend in a camera gear. You do not have to be making money to write something off. What I mean by that, way too lucky, just so everyone understands, is you shouldn't just buy stuff with no money and make no money just to write something off. Because it's not like you're getting back 100% of what you do. That's what I mean by that. I don't mean like you need to be making lots to be able to do that. Yeah. I just mean like it's probably healthier to be actually, have something that works rather than just spend for the sake of writing something off. Because I've seen people do that, and people lead dangerous lives doing that. Like they live on a line, dude. So that's what I mean by that. People saying you can just write something off and it costs nothing or omega dumb. Yeah, well. This is going to come off as delusional this is going to come off as extremely hopeful, delusional, but how would you go about getting into content creation in the keyboard space when most of everyone are really talented photographers or videographers? Ooh, I don't think it's delusional at all. I think there's lots of room in this space for people to do things. But I'm going to hit you guys with like the realest fucking thing right now, okay? Like, this is like a sit down, and if you guys actually want to get into this space, I'm not saying that, I need to word this like very delicately. There are too many people trying to do the exact same thing the exact same way. And it doesn't work because there's already someone doing it. There needs to be a different factor about how you go about doing content. You'll never grow, and this goes with anything in the art world, you'll never grow if all you can really do is take bits and pieces of everyone else and then stick it as your own personality type thing. You need to develop something that only you can do. Whether that's your personality, whether that's your art style, whether that's maybe a funny joke that you do during streaming that makes it fun for everyone, or how you involve a community into something. For example, if I looked up to Tim and I did everything Tim did, I think people would just watch Tim. It just makes sense. So if you want to grow, and I've always said this, you need to find an area in which you can kind of not dig yourself deep into, but you need to like find your own thing. Yeah, be yourself. And if there's another little thing that I can add on to that, no, I'm not going to grill Tim right now, is if you're not yourself, people will notice. It is very hard these days. Even when I started streaming, it's fine to be nervous. It's time to be a little bit more closed off. But the moment you become a little bit disingenuous and you become not yourself, people can see that. And I think one of the biggest things that anyone does when they enter into content creation is they forget that the audience and the people and the community that you want to be in, they're not stupid. And I think a lot of people think people are stupid. And that's a really bad mentality to have. It's they'll never notice. You have to be genuine. You have to be. And there are people out there who will try to rip you down and everything like that too. But you just have to be yourself at the end of the day. And genuine doesn't mean like, you know, by the book. It can just mean yourself. That's all it means. Just be yourself. So that's literally it. Don't just fake it till you make it type thing. Don't pretend to be nice, then do a live stream and be a poohead, especially not lie about having illnesses. I mean, yeah, that too, for sure. Similar concept with copycat video games that crash and burn in a couple of weeks. Yeah, pretty much. You might have a better idea than the next guy. Yeah, I mean, there's tons of things that you can do to make yourself, like, stand out too, right? The worst thing to do, and this kind of applies with anything you do in life, is just... Sorry, I'm just checking the diodes. Just making sure everything's good on this PCB. But yeah, I don't know. Ymir, I'm so sorry for being late. It's your board. I'm so sorry. I was like talking to Jeff, and I was like 12:20 or something, 12:10. And I'm like, Jeff, my head hurts. I'm gonna go lay down. And I literally passed out in like 10 minutes when I went to go lay down, and then I just fell asleep. Probably the best thing that probably happened was I needed to get an extra hour of shut-eye. But then Jeff was like messaging me. He's like, wake up, wake up. Why are there not many macro pads on the market? Oh, it's because... would you love... It's because nobody uses them anymore. They're just not as like useful as they used to be. Also, make streams something you can be proud of. No one watches. I mean, that too. I agree with that completely. As a musician, everything you've said rings true in music as well. Yeah, it's just... This goes back to my other core idea. Not idea per se. My other core belief. And I hate to make this stream like this, but it's also, I think, cool to talk about because I love these open conversations where you have to be open to not being good at things. If I ever have a child, like I'm gonna make sure like the one thing that I instill out of anything in the world that has helped me the most is being okay with not being good at shit. It is like my biggest pet peeve about how people are today, about how like this, don't get me wrong, you can do anything you put your mind to, but it doesn't mean you can do it well. And I think that is a big problem because you get this idea in your head that, well, I'm told I can do everything, how come I can't do this? And then you start feeling bad about yourself. It's the worst fucking idea anyone's ever had, is to push this, you can do anything and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Sure, you can, but it doesn't mean you can be good at it. You have to know when to quit. There's always your limits, and you have to be like okay with failing. You know, when I was growing up, I didn't like, I was still finding that line, and now that I found it, like, it's like, dude, I'm not good at making full-length YouTube videos, and I hate doing it. It doesn't, just because I can do it doesn't mean I should, right? So it's just one of those things. We're doing 6.25. Just like I'm also not great at editing things, I'm also not super great at particular types of photos. Like, and I recognize it, and guess what? I just stopped doing them because, you know what? They don't make me happy failing every single time. And I'm not going to beat my head against a wall just because, like, I'm told that I should be able to do it. Okay, I'm just going to go find something I'm good at and have fun and be happy that way. That's it. You can fail at everything and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Yeah. I don't know. I've been told that my ideology there is not the best ideology to have, but I'm completely content knowing that in my lifetime, I will have got to try a whole bunch of things and realized my strengths and weaknesses, and that makes me happy. Obviously, we're all different. Maybe you only want to do one thing for the rest of your life, and that's fine too. But for me, I'd rather try a whole bunch, and then when I find the thing that's really good at it, I stick with it. I think not having the pressure of doing things well right away, taking your time to discover yourself, is the way to approach things. I very much agree with that too, Sin. That is a very, very healthy way to do it as well. I do feel like we're kind of in a rush mentality lately with, with just people in general and stuff like that. Everyone's very, like, rushy. Alex, have you tried the trick of popping TX wires in and out multiple times to loosen them up a bit? Wait, why would you want them loosened? Out of curiosity. Is there a reason why? No, I'm actually very curious. You should definitely prioritize your health more than the stream. Who cares if you're an hour or two late? I appreciate that. Streams can be streamed but bro, we can't replace you. I appreciate that, dude. I mean, today I feel like I did. It was an accident that I did, but I definitely prioritized taking a little bit of a nap. I thank you guys. Gurnal, thank you so much for 6 months in advance. Thank you for the support, man. I appreciate that, dude. You're way cuter when you're well rested. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. The reason you have such a following and great community is because you're genuine, down-to-earth personality. Thank you for life advice that you always give. Keep being the amazing person you are and don't let anyone stop you. Thank you, Eddie. You know, that's actually something that came up in conversation with... Who was it? One of my friends was talking to me. He's like, why do you think you've lasted this long? I'm like, bro, it's definitely not keyboard building. I'm not the best at that. We're going to show up no matter what. Dude, thank you, Austin. Do what you need to feel better. Yeah, look, I feel great right now. I really do. I feel like I needed the hour and a half nap, and then... I don't know. I feel good now. Also, I feel like most of us can relate to the fact that we tried to get some shut-eye only to wake up a couple days later not remembering who we are. Wait, where we are or who we are. Yeah. Today was one of those days. Jeff messaged me. He's like, wake up. And you know what the first thing I said to Jeff? Here, let me tell you. I said, why, what's up? Did something happen? And then I immediately went to go check Discord to see if maybe there was an argument in Discord or something happened in Discord, only to realize he was talking about the stream. So my first thought was, oh shit, is the community okay? Oh shit, dude, that was so funny. The discussion kind of reminds me of school. I toured way back when Full Sail University for my first degree in media arts and animation. They tried to sell the idea that nothing is natural talent and that anyone can be great at anything with practice. I don't agree with that. I'm sorry, but art involves a lot of natural ability along with tons of practice. It was shocking to hear that. Told me not to go there. I do not agree with the whole idea that you can be good at anything in the world by just doing it a bajillion times. There is a factor of passion that goes into stuff. And this is something that's it's a tough pill to swallow for people. I personally find when I'm forced to do something or when I feel like I need to do something a million times to get better at it, I lose my passion. And when you don't have passion, you just innately just don't want to do that thing that you're doing. It just becomes a chore. It becomes work. It becomes something you don't want to do. So I think there's multiple factors on how to learn and how to make what makes you the best at something. So that is wild to hear that someone at a school told you that. Just want to say thank you. YouTube videos convinced me to build my own keyboard. Your keyboard videos are informative and incredibly chill. I appreciate that, Gurnal. Thank you so much, man. I think we're done clipping all these. Do I have tape here? I do. I think anyone can be good at anything, but comparison is the problem. Of course, you don't want to get good at something you're not... Well, okay. I think, yes, you can do something and be sustainably like, all right, I've learned this now, and, you know, you can get to a point of it working for you. And maybe we should use the word, if you want to be great at something, if you want to feel good at what you're doing too, then I do feel like you need to have some sort of passion or just some, like, natural ability to do something like that. 100% disagree that you can work your way to greatness with anything. You got to have a natural aptitude and passion for it to really excel. Yeah, exactly what Rob just said too. Like, you need to. You should also be honest with yourself about whether or not you're giving it your best effort. That's actually a great way to put it, Lane. I didn't even think about that. Like, you kind of also have to be honest. Like, am I actually giving this my all? Or am I only doing this because I feel forced? Which is a really interesting way to look at it, too. I don't think I've actually thought about it like that. It's easy just to half-ass something or tell yourself you're not capable enough to be good at it. That's actually a very, very good point. Something I've never thought of before. I think brute force repetition, doing something over and over again, will burn you out. However, if you experiment with slightly modifying your approach each time, yeah, I mean, there's lots of things. There can also be a totally different way to look at this too, which is maybe you are kind of brute forcing your way to becoming better at photography. And you kind of hate it, but then when it clicks, it clicks. You can have that happen. Does that happen to everyone? In my experience, I know I'm not like, you know, of a crazy age to tell you guys like, hey, I've seen this happen. I've maybe seen it happen one time and it still doesn't like click. It just like makes sense to that person and now they can start enjoying it. But I don't know. I think there's a lot of things. I just truly think that you kind of have to be accepting that you're not going to be good at everything in the world. And that's okay. Like, it's fine to be fucking bad at something. Guess what? You're probably good at something else. Might also be highly dependent on type of photography. I mean, yeah, that's true too. Very dependent on how you do it. Also, Ymir, if you're still in chat right now, I just want to say the colors you picked out for this mode 65 are top tier, dude. And I would have never thought of combining these particular colors. They're very nice looking, to be honest. A small eagle. Thank you so much for this, the Prime. I appreciate it. Is it going to read? Or what's going on here? Okay, give it a second. If it doesn't read, I'm going to hit the replay button. Is there there's another extreme of not even trying? Well, I do like I mentioned in the beginning. I do think you should try everything, but you have to understand that you're not going to be good at everything. That's kind of the line that I've found is I want to try doing everything. I've tried coding in my life, was not very good at it. It was okay. I didn't love the job. I've tried a whole bunch of different jobs in the past. I tried managing. I tried retail. I tried for a little while I was doing food stuff. For a little while I did product photography. For a little while I did fitness photography. For a little while I did content management for another brand. And I loved it, but I just hated the brand. I tried so many different things. And, you know, eventually where I found it stuck was I like community building. Hold on. Small Eagle's thing didn't read. And is it just not gonna, like, play? I had passion, but no talent. I, for one, love farting. I fart every day of my life in fascinating and unique locations. But I once entered a fart competition and unfortunately just got embarrassed. These dudes just overwhelm me with their talent. That's why I didn't read. Okay. Thanks, Small Eagle. Appreciate it, dude. Oh, man. This kind of reminds me of my friend who has been at this job the past few months. He's got passion for sales job and thinks he'll be successful at the current job he's at. The problem is his job took away his hourly and switched him to full commission. He believes that if he works hard enough, he'll rise in the company, but they provide him no stable pay or no benefits either. They even assign him work in Barrie, so he has to travel. That can be a good or bad thing. For example, I used to work at a company where one of the top sales guys, who was just literally full commission, he made like $350,000 a year. But it really, I guess it depends on your drive to do stuff like that. I know me, I'm always a big... Also, hi Marcia. I'm a bigger person when it comes to, I like stability rather than fluctuating income, you know? Which is ultimately why I feel like one of my better decisions in my my recent years has been to kind of stick with novel keys, just because I prefer consistent money over am I really successful this month or not. Like I don't like that kind of stuff. I feel like to me, and everyone's different here, to me that leads to me burning out. Join me live. Wait, what happened? Join me live a little? Are you going live in a bit, Marcia? You better be, because I want to raid you. Can you explain what your role at Novel Keys is? I manage their social media content, their emails. Technically, I manage the Discord to a certain extent as well. Just social things. What's the plate Today we're going to do carbon fiber. Carbon fiber and Zinhais. Fun combination of stuff today. How many hours a week? I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't really keep track. Some days I wake up at 8 o'clock. I mean, actually, no. Usually every day I wake up at 8 o'clock. But sometimes I specifically wake up with, 8 o'clock to 10:30-ish is when I get a lot of stuff ready for the day for Novel Keys. And then a lot of it's like monitoring, when do you post things. There are weekends I work. Not that Mike asks me to. I just, sometimes I know we need to post something, and I have no issue doing that. Mike's great to work for. There's also nights that I work. I don't really have like a set hour that I know of. Like I'm sure we all kind of do that 9 to 5 thing. But there are some days we work later because, maybe some time zone differences and other stuff like that. So on YouTube, nice vids. Good luck to you. Thank you, Wanda. I appreciate you. But I'd say in general, it's weird because I work more these days, but I feel like I don't. But I also know that I do. I technically wake up at around 8 o'clock, 8:30 every single day. Sometimes, 9 o'clock if I don't have lots to do. And I find myself working until about 10:30, 11. And then 11 to like 1 a.m. is kind of when I chill out and just play video games. And then I fall asleep. Sometimes I fall asleep way earlier. It's not 1 a.m. every single day. But that's kind of my routine. I'm a software engineer working long hours. I'm good at, but what I do feel is a burnout. But burnout is a factor. For a few weeks, I do 2 weeks of work. Then in 4 to 5 days, then a crash comes where I do 2 weeks of work and 4. Yeah, I mean, the burnout factor and how fast you get your work done is pretty different too. Tell me you work 14 hours a day? I mean, I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say about 12 to 14. There are some days like today where it might only be 8. But, okay, hear me out, Way Too Lucky. I'm not saying that you should work that much. But here's where it kind of bleeds into a line of I'm enjoying what I do. For example, yesterday, I had to reset up my photography rig, which is technically working. But I had such a blast doing it. And I was having a lot of fun taking photos. It was one of those days where I'm like, dude, I can't wait to get back to the computer because I don't have a long enough cable to tether things. But it was so much fun doing
Made
that.
a PayPal finally to Dono. Love watching your streams, Alex.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, all right? Thank you so much, dude. I hope you're having the best day ever. Appreciate the 3, bro. But yeah, it feels good doing some stuff. You're at your desk, though? No, I'm not always at my desk. There's been one or 2 days in the last few months where I've legitimately sat at a desk for 12 hours. But a lot of this stuff is getting up, doing things. I also consider this work too, by the way, guys. When I'm reorganizing things, when I'm doing like bookkeeping and I just maybe sit in the kitchen and do that. When I am reorganizing client commissions, all that stuff is I care about you and that really concerns me. Trust me, I actually prefer just fiddling with my cameras and moving things around than playing video games these days, or just I still go out and do things on the weekends. I make sure I take Saturdays off no matter what. But yeah, it's not very, I don't know, I don't really enjoy doing anything else. I actually really enjoy some of the aspects of what I do now. It's just really fun to me. Even streaming, sure, some of the lead up to streaming is very tedious, but when I get to stream, this does not feel like I'm working. There's maybe been 1 or 2 days where I'm fuck, this is a very critical stream and I'm not 100% enjoying myself doing this, but always, Avo, always. Which is part of the enjoyment, right? It's self-learning. You know what I mean? You mentioned your photography rig. What exactly do you have to set up for your shoot for keyboards? Would be interesting. So it depends on what kind of pictures I'm doing. I'm going to be doing some pictures for Kinetic Labs soon. And some of those photos require me to kind of make a fake desk full of like stuff. I might actually just use this desk. I don't know. But it also requires me to like move my flashes around, whole bunch of stuff. Like yesterday was a big journey of, I'll just tell you guys. I like being like super honest. I didn't have the flash trigger for the Hasselblad, and I traded my other flash trigger for this flash trigger. They're the same ones, I just trade it. And I had no clue how a leaf shutter works for flash. Because normally with cameras, it's up to what, 1/200th of a second for flash sync? It was like blowing my mind yesterday that I can sync this up to 4,000ths of a second because of how the leaf shutter works in this particular camera. So I was having a blast doing some fun stuff. And I got a whole bunch of ideas. I didn't execute anything super well because I'm just thinking about how to do these things. For example, like, because I can sync the flash that high, I can freeze things in midair. So I was considering doing like, you know, bouncing the keyboard on something and making it kind of float or something like that. There's a lot of cool things I can do now. But also positioning the flash, because it's the first time I'm using it in here, was interesting to me too, because it's not, I'm actually bouncing the flash off the wall because it looks better. So the flash is now positioned against the wall opposed to like a 45-degree angle to the product. So that was also kind of fun. Drop test. Does this look like a Teja type stream? That's Teja's thing. Okay, so to kind of explain, normal cameras, for the most part, have the shutter inside the camera body. And then you can put on whatever lens you want, and you can still have a mechanical shutter inside the camera. With Hasselblad, this particular camera anyways, the shutter is in each lens that you buy. So if you, for example, used vintage glass on this and adapted it, you'd only have an electronic shutter, which isn't the mechanical thing going back and forth. There's reasons why you can't use the electronic shutter with flashes. But it's really cool to have like that much control. The camera itself doesn't have a shutter. No, this camera doesn't have a mechanical shutter. It's only in the lenses. So again, if I were to adapt some of the vintage stuff, I would have to use an electronic stuff, which, you know, has its set of, not issues, but it has drawbacks. Just got on your Sonnet yesterday, built it right away, loving it. Sad though, they forgot the signed card. Oh, I forgot to message you guys all. They're shipping everyone out the signed card. I hope you guys, I don't know if they announced that or not in their Discord. I think they just forgot to put it in, but for everyone who ordered one, you are getting it letter mailed to you. So it should come like within the next like week or two. It's okay. If you guys somehow happen to not get them in, I don't think I have any extras lying around, but I'm sure we can just print some more and I can send them to you guys. They weren't numbered cards, by the way. They were just signed cards. It wasn't like last time where the cards had a number, because this time the keyboards have a number. I've only touched one old Nikon DSLR that my older brother owned, but even that made me fascinated about photography. It's really cool. The whole world of taking photos is really fun. Dumb question, but if each lens has mechanical shutters, does that mean each lens has a specific lifetime? That's a great question. I don't know what these are rated for. I'm going to be real with you though. I don't think in my lifetime I'll probably go through that many shots with this particular camera. This is specifically my studio camera. I tried bringing this outside one time ever and it was the worst thing ever. It's so, like, it is ergonomically really nice. It's just fucking heavy, dude. This is not an outdoor camera for me. Maybe if I go on a landscaping trip or something, but I'd rather use something else. This is just way too big. Build some muscle? Bro, have you seen my arms? You ready for this? No, I'm not going to do it. It's too embarrassing. Way too embarrassing, dude. I do need to have a talk about photography basics with you sometime. You're free, Alex. I'd really love to take more artistic pictures of my keyboard keycaps. Yeah, for sure, man. Just let me know. show the guns now? Hey, guys, I've lost a lot of weight recently, and I'm really happy with that. I'm down to 171 now. Flex on us? Guys, there's nothing there. There's nothing there, guys. Please. Don't make me embarrass myself right now. The M9N? The Leica? Show it. Guys, there's nothing here, okay? Nothing. Okay? Nothing at all. I'm not going to flex. There's just Illidan. Illidan is the only person on my arm right now. There's nothing there. Alex got a sleeper build? Okay, dude. The lens has mechanical shutter that can wear, but not for some time. The shutter will need service way before the lens does. Yeah, probably. Doesn't want to hurt our feelings. Oh, you mean a keyboard M9N? No, I haven't seen that one there yet. We'll do, bro. I'll DM you later. Yeah, for sure, dude. We can definitely chat about that. Guys, don't get upset with me, but I've been very bad with the workout routine. You know what's been making me lose more weight, though? I've been doing a crap ton of moving around. Like, this is probably the most I've been moving around in the last, 3 years. No, I've been eating around the same. Not eating candy for dinner? Why does Marcia need to call me out like that? That's crazy to me. That is crazy. She called you out yesterday? What'd she say yesterday? She saw your tier list? Okay, first of all, which one did she see? Did she see the ice cream one? He put cake batter in F tier? Because cake batter ice cream is kind of mid. Listen, I'm gonna stick to it, dude. I'm not backing down for this because Marcia's here now. It's kind of mid to me. It's actually lower than mid. I just don't like it, dude. I like chocolatey ice creams or ice creams with fudge and caramel, and I like those type of ice creams. Those are my favorites. Vanilla on top. We did one. No. Vanilla actually was not on top. Do you just not like happiness? Is cake related with... You guys know I don't like cake though, right? Let me be upfront right now with something. You guys know I don't like cake. There's not a single cake... Yeah, I don't think there's a single cake I truly enjoy. Ryan, I am fucking with you, dude. Pie is way better than cake. Do you not like cake or do you not like frosting? I just don't like cake. There's just nothing. Cake does nothing for me. It's just like one of those things where it's it's okay if you have a bite or two of it, but it really doesn't do much for me. Cake is good though. I'm sure cake's delicious. You got the 3 of 20? Let's go, dude. You know who got 2 of 10 of the copper ones? Mr. Oak did. I'm gonna single him out. He got 2 of 10 for the copper. Pie is better though. That's still a good take. Pie is really good. Okay, who did that one there? Way Too Lucky did? My chip ranking list will forever stay like that. I recently did try some new flavors of chips, and they weren't for me. I take a great pie over a great cake, even though I like both. I would take a nice slice, a warm slice of cherry pie. Even a good... Oh, my mouth's fucking watering right now. I don't know if you guys like this. I adore lemon meringue pie. And I would take that over any piece of cake in the world, dude. Do you like cheesecake? I do like cheesecake. Not every cheesecake is super good, though. It depends on how you make it, I feel. But I love cheesecake, yes. Cheesecake is real good. You know what I haven't had in a long time? That was key lime. I don't even remember how that tastes. Cherry pie and lemon meringue are based. Cherry is one of my favorite flavors of pie. I do like apple pie, it's your classic. Don't get me wrong, it's good. A peach cobbler type thing is okay. I don't mind peach. Blueberries, I think, truthfully told, blueberry is probably my least favorite of all the pies. I'll still eat it and enjoy it. But rhubarb pie is really good. For some reason, I thought I'd never had it, and then my mom reminded me that I had it. Strawberry rhubarb, pretty positive I had it. Sweet potato pie, I haven't had that, so I can't read it. Bro, dessert pizzas are interesting. Because I don't look at a pizza, even you dress it up and you make it look like a pizza, I would never call it like a dessert pizza. To me, it's just fried bread or like, baked bread with chocolate on top. It's really tough for me to want to call it dessert pizza. I don't know. I struggle with that one there. Ketchup cake? Okay, well, I also just fucking despise ketchup, so I don't know if I'm a ketchup guy. I don't think this is the answer you want from me. Ketchup is just not my thing. But it has pizza dough. Yeah, but pizza dough doesn't really have like a distinct flavor, does it? Like you don't eat like pieces of like, dough and go like, oh yeah, that's a pizza dough. I feel like pizza dough is pretty generic. Apple tart all the way. It's real good. Another base take, ketchup is gross, fry sauce is better. Ketchup, I ever since I was little, I've never liked ketchup. There are plenty of great substitutes for ketchup. You absolutely do? What, for pizza dough? I don't know, I've never had that. Like, never had like, oh yeah, this is a pizza dough. Like, I think, okay, listen, hear me out. Also, what's up, Neflock? I truly feel like pizza dough is just one of those things where here in Toronto, at least, there are so many different places that make dough different that I think I'm kind of spoiled in the sense of it's very rare that you get two doughs that taste the same. And they taste wildly different. I've had like sweeter pizza dough. Also, by the way, guys, now that Netflix here, I can finally show you guys this. Just take that in. Take this in as one of the best boxes. Take that in. It was waiting underneath that for you guys to wait for Netflix to come in today. Genuinely, one of the best boxes. Use a Sharpie on it? I probably should, huh? That'd be really funny. Okay, we're not going to open it right now. We're going to open it towards the end. But yeah, we're using these as the keycaps for today. I thought it would look good on today's build. No matter what the color was, because I feel like this works with just about anything. But pretty nice, huh? We're going to gamble. Listen, I'm going to be very transparent right now, and I'll be transparent again. The guy who delivered this kind of just chucked the package. Like, it was pretty violent. And I'm always transparent with how the package gets delivered. So it wasn't Novelty's fault, but I'm going to tell you guys, it was violently thrown at my door. So I am just going to say that it did not deliver very, very well. What does it say on the side flap? It says rewind, but I think this is really cool too. It'll say, use only on keyboards with MX style switches. Do not eat. ABS plastics will shine over time with use and look even better. Hi-Fi, VHX, Neflock. It's based off of the VHSs, if you guys remember those. It's sad that I have to say that. Really shows our age. VHSs were, big little blocks with tape inside that you had to rewind, and then you'd stick them in a VHS player, and 95% of the times the person who watched the movie wouldn't rewind them. So places like Blockbuster would have to places like Blockbuster would have to put signs up being like, be kind and rewind, because it was kind of a hassle. And memory serves too, it wasn't like a very short process. Sometimes it would take a few minutes to get these things completely rewound. I remember there would be some days where you just sit there waiting for the tape to rewind. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but they were cool. They had their charm. Yeah, it was like, was it 10 to 15 minutes? Jeez, it's been a while since I've used one. Oh, let's go back to this view. All right, today's a solder build. Sorry, Ymir's probably like, can you just build my goddamn keyboard? It's been 56 minutes, Alex. My sibling and I watched Toy Story so much that the tape become worn out. You know, I never got to that point with any of the movies. But, yeah, they had the possibility. The one thing that we did have happen a few times in our household would people would tape over VHSs. You know, you'd record things on TV with your VHS recorder, and then sometimes you're just lazy, you don't label things. Happened a few times. Does anyone remember that most of the VHS life, we needed a separate machine to rewind the tapes? Was that a thing? I might have been too young for needing a separate machine. Was Def a thing? We're not that old. Listen, I don't remember that part, but this guy's a boomer. Okay, you know, maybe that was a thing, and I just don't remember. We didn't have the most new VHS thing. And before Alex remembers 8 tracks. I mean, I only remember a lot of this stuff because of my dad. I don't think I was in that era of ever using them. I think the earliest memory of music was probably cassettes, because I had cassettes. Funny enough, do you guys want to know what my first cassette was? Like, ever? I don't even know why the fuck I wanted this. Well, I know why. It was a bop, alright? I'm not even afraid to admit it. My first cassette was Spice Girls, alright? It was a bop, dude. That was my very first cassette. I don't remember which one it was, which particular thing it was, but that was my very first one. Then my very first CD was Linkin Park. Like my personal own first one that I ever purchased. Tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Dude, for real, bro. Yeah, Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory was my very first CD. Yeah. Hybrid Theory, and then my second ever CD, because I played the shit out of that one there, was, you know, the only $10 I think I had at the time. My second CD was Meteora. And then it was just kind of like, Linkin Park's like probably one of my favorite groups out there. I think my third CD, if memory serves, I don't really remember. I think my third CD probably that I bought for myself might have been some sort of like rock compilation thing with like Metallica, you know, AC/DC type stuff. I just don't remember what it was called. Muse was good. I was super into 3 Days Grace. 3 Days Grace was great. I still listen to that kind of stuff now. Although it's a little bit more toned down because it's hard to work to sometimes. So then I start jamming out, you know. Marcia's like, we've all listened to Muse. Shame the audio quality mixing on their CDs is garbage. Was it? Frankly, I don't remember. And then, if you guys want another fun, random memory of my past, look at Netflix. Look at this. Netflix set is bringing up core memories from my past. I didn't have money to buy, like, the iPods back then and stuff. So my very first portable, other than having a portable CD player, my first, like, you know, MP3 player was an RCA MP3 player. It was pretty bulky. And then I think I had a very small memory card on it. And I think I ended up only ever having like 3 or 4 CDs worth of things on that. And then I remember back then to play all my CDs, I thought I balled out. And I bought, it was a 3 CD changer. I don't know what the fuck brand it was, but it was gigantic. It was silver. It had 3 CDs you can put in it. And Linkin Park, and I think Billy Talent lived exclusively inside that for me. My first concert? You know, I didn't really go to concerts until later, but I think it was Escape the Fate. Still to this day, I'm not like the biggest concert goer. They're fun, I don't mind, but I'm actually going to solder in 4 corners here because, yeah, HMX switches are notorious for not really fitting too well in a PCB. So let's just solder in some corners and some stuff in the middle here. Come to Claro with me? What is that? how it felt to have CD sleeves on the passenger mirror. I will admit, though, there is something... Listen, there's something so special about having CDs rather than just listening to a Spotify. Like, when I go back and look at my CDs, it's in your hands, it's tangible, like, you have it. You make this intentional choice to take it out of the jewel case, put it inside the CD player. There was something very special about it. I will definitely check them out, Marcia. Can you DM me them? Okay, I think I need this. Ooh, I should have put this back. For a sentimental person like me, it is, I agree. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I love technology. I love the more modern stuff. It's very, very convenient. But even with my recent endeavors into, like, photography and stuff, there is a reason why I bought a camera that was mainly all manual. It just feels more intentional. It feels slower, and I think you kind of need that sometimes. I think it's still weird to not have a CD player in my truck. It's sad. I hate sync. It doesn't always work. I think also for me too, like, it's always funny when I look back at some of my old computer builds and there's like a CD player. I'm just like, the DVD, DVD changers and stuff like that. It's always kind of funny. What is this paper here? What the did I turn this on? Oh, there it is. My love for vintage things will never die. Yeah, I agree. I low-key miss floppy disks. Really? That's actually the one thing I never missed. I was on the cusp of, the age of using them. And I actually did not like the floppy disks. I might be the odd person out here, though. I just didn't care for them. I thought they were annoying, and they weren't very good. They're also kind of delicate, from what I remember. We call them SD cards. Yeah, true. Long-time watcher of the channel, but first time checking in live. I hope you're enjoying it today. I don't know if you just tuned in, but we're just going to solder in a few switches here. And then go back to putting in the rest. Afternoon Delight. Thank you.
The ages of car adapters and DVD VHS combos.
Yep. Those were the fun times, in my opinion. I don't know. I enjoyed those small little. Again, I think maybe that's why I like building keyboards and soldering them in. When you do stuff that feels more intentional... Oh, shit. We're doing a 7U, right? Or, no, a 6.25. I put these in the wrong position. Let's take these out real quick. When you're doing stuff that feels more intentional, it just feels better. I don't know. It just sometimes feels a little better. When you do things that feel more intentional. Nope, these Rama switch pullers suck. How do I continue to use them? Only God knows. I think we're a group of people that likes tangible things. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Merp Rama. I know, I just have so many of them that I've just been using them. Should I vlog Keeb Life to guilt you into coming next year? Absolutely. Absolutely. My brain defaulted to 7U positions. Isn't that crazy? Zip discs? What were those? Those sound incredibly familiar. I would love to see Marcia. Zip discs. It sounds super familiar. Big floppy disks, essentially? No, I never did. My first foray into anything like computer-wise was, I don't remember how, we were given an old computer, I think it might have been IBM or something, and all it had on it was Paint and some basic Word stuff. And then I remember we had a few MS-DOS games. And then I think eventually my dad got kind of into it, so we got computer stuff. We went from 1.44 megabytes to floppies of like 750, which is crazy because it's not even a lot these days. Hey, can someone tell me if this is true? Is the new Call of Duty game 500... What was it? 500 gigabytes or something? Is that true? No shot? It can't be? Someone told me it's like 500... It's like half a terabyte. Prob not? 100 gigabytes is already ridiculous. It's 130. That is still crazy big. It's a fruit fly. This is what happens when I make fruits. Please go away, fruit fly. God damn. It says it's 309? That is... Oh, it's not 300 gigabytes after all. Oh. That was confusion. Just updating shaders? Oh. Damn. I wonder if I'll ever hit that mark of video games being that big. It'll be around 150-ish. But like, why though? Why does it need to be that big of a game? Perfect. So we only did a few, and now let's just put in the rest of the switches here. We need to see how big GTA 6 will be. I'm gonna be super in the minority right now and tell you guys I don't really care for GTA 6. GTA 5 did nothing for me, and I don't know, just don't care. I'm not looking forward to it. Not something exactly that I care about. What is wrong with this stab right now? Oh. The one nice thing about this plate is you can take out the stabs pretty easily for the spacebar. That's why I actually really like this plate. I remember when Mode... I don't know why Mode stopped doing this. I still to this day don't understand. When Mode did the original Mode 80, they had plates in which you can tackle stabilizers afterwards. Nowadays, they only give it to you really on the spacebar on some of the boards, but it's a really nice feature. I got leads on a couple new jobs. I'm pretty excited. Hell yeah. Congratulations, Way Too Lucky. You mean like a full new job, or do you mean just like jobs within your field of like what you're doing right now? I'll play it when it comes out on PC, but I have a feeling I'm going to be too old to actually enjoy it this time. I was in high school with plenty of time for GTA 5. I don't know. My brother got into it. I think both my brothers did, but I tried really hard to get into it. It was just not my thing. Have I ever played an RP game? You guys are going to hate me for this. I am not really a role-playing game person. Hear me out. I like... Called it? Bro, what is that even... Why do I feel like I'm getting teased right now? I personally like looter games. I like collecting loot. We just know you. I'm a loot-based gamer. Like, I like customizing loot. I like the deep dive into how to make your character better. This guy played The Division. Yeah, I did play Division. I mean, I enjoyed the storyline of a bunch of games. Like, I enjoyed Baldur's Gate. I enjoyed The Witcher. But you know what those had elements of? Looting. Gear collection. That's the type of game I like, man. Apologies for being late, Zany. You do not have to apologize, dude. I'm grateful you're here. We gotta get you onto Genshin. I got into Genshin for like a hot millisecond. I got sucked into spending like $100 on the game, and I was like, whoa, what is this? And then I realized I am not good with controlling myself when it comes to gacha games. I remember my time with MapleStory when I was younger, and I don't want to put myself through that. MapleStory was already enough, and then when I got into Genshin, I was like, oh, I'll treat myself to this. And it's a slippery slope, dude. HMX Milky Whites are clackier than Zinhais. I don't know if that was the goal from Ymir today, was to go with the clackiest. Am I gonna get Star Wars Outlaw? That is... I don't know. Probably not. A small part of me is just telling me wait till it goes on sale for $5. It's not that I don't like... I feel so bad saying this. It's not that I don't care for Ubisoft games, but I don't... Okay, no, it is that I just don't care for Ubisoft games. I know it's made by the same developer as Division, but like, I don't know. Division just has a different feel to it. And it feels weird playing a Star Wars game with no lightsabers. And then also, Ubisoft track record, Division's no fucking different. Ubisoft's whole gameplay strategy, I vent it, and, I don't want to bore you guys again, but listen, if I wanted to play that game, I don't know, climb a tower, discover area, do a few missions, move on to the next area, I feel like I'd just go play Far Cry for the millionth time. I'm just not into it. Like, that whole idea of, like, that's the gameplay loop, like, I'm just not into. At least in Far Cry 2, I don't remember if Far Cry 2 had that kind of gameplay loop. I think that might have been the last of the Far Cries from, that particular line of games that was good. Far Cry 3, if that had been the only Far Cry game with that gameplay loop, then sure. But then every other Far Cry after Far Cry 3 was like, we need to capture some of that success for every game we make possible. And then every game became climb tower, discover area. I didn't like Far Cry. I don't like any of the Far Cries past Far Cry 3. I thought they were all boring. Don't forget you can use your credit card to bypass all that. Oh, true. I forgot about that shit. Why did Stream Elements say you're building the Glitter 65? Oh, I didn't update the commands because long story short, I had a headache and didn't wake up in time. Do you recommend the Virgo? Yeah, the Virgo... The R1 I don't remember if there's any different, though. The Virgo's a great board, though. Diablo Immortal? The mobile one? I mean, to be fair, though, that game does have ups and downs. I tried getting into it. I wasn't really a big fan. After Far Cry 3, it was just rinse repeat with the other games. Yeah, listen, again, I like Far Cry as a series. I have very fond memories of playing Far Cry 1, 2, and 3. However, Ubisoft needs to just grow up and realize that that same gameplay loop is getting really fucking old. Every Far Cry is the same. Every Assassin's Creed lately has been the same. It's just... different skinned areas of where you're playing the game with a slightly different story. Put this one here in the wrong slot too. Borderlands? Oh, I won't even... Let's not even elaborate on Borderlands at all. You were aiming for the loudest and clackiest with this switch and plate combo? I still think this is going to be super clacky, Ymir. This is going to be crazy clacky. Been heavily into co-op horror games. Yeah, I mean, it's fun to play with friends, right? What have you been playing, Eb? Definitely really fun to play with friends. Me and a friend last night played 7 Days to Die, even though we played it like 15 times. We started another run of that. How many games are set in a location based on the poll? The game, though, did borrow too many mechanics from 3. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. The visuals of all the games, like, the settings of the games are fun. But that's all that's carrying those games. Like, I liked Assassin's Creed Odyssey. The setting of it. But it feels like most of the Assassin's Creed games. That's all their games, just straight reskins. They just slowly make the map bigger, and they're like, oh, all the people care about is just making the map bigger, right, guys? I don't know. There's just a lot of issues I have with, like, Ubisoft and how they make gameplay loops. We'll see, though. Maybe Outlaws will be different. Star Wars Outlaw. But I have a feeling, I mean, judging by all the trailers, it looks like the exact same gameplay loop. How am I feeling? I'm feeling great, Platey. You know what's crazy, Platey? I'm going to pause for a second. So this morning I was organizing my boxes, and I took yours out of my satchel. And on the side of your box it says, "Make me stream mod. Thank you." I noticed that was on the side of your box. That was not me. Pretty positive that was you. That was there when I got it from Teja. Is Teja want to be a stream mod? Is that what this is? Swear to God. Is that what this is? This is a message from Teja? How is he not a mod? He's too new of a streamer. He can't really be a mod. Who is that? Teja? He's a really new keyboard streamer. New up-and-coming streamer. New keyboard streamer, very old man. He is very old, huh? Fuck, we're kind of mean to Teja. Poor guy. Yeah, shout out Teja Types. Luxury mechanical keyboard maker. Speaking of new keyboard streamers, have you heard of this brand new guy named Tim? No. Actually, I don't even... When is the last time Tim streamed? Toenail Tim? Tim streams? Yeah, I know. Toenail Tim. Gotta love him. Good old Toenail Tim. Did you see the handwritten note that Chris sent to Platey? Oh, I did. Yeah, I did see that. I saw you guys all on Discord. I wanted to join you guys, but legitimately, I could not stop focusing on what I was doing, so... blew my mind when I found out that Teja is older than me. I wouldn't have given him over 35. Yeah, he's what? How old is he now? 49 or is he 50? $50, I think, right? The big 5-0 really growing up. Old man for sure. Oh shit. Our boy hit the halfway mark? Oh damn. That is a very cynical way of looking at it, and I love it. How old is Teja actually? I actually don't know. You know he's near retirement since he got into golf. Is he into golf now? Damn, Teja really doing, he's really speed running through things, huh? Didn't he just start streaming like last year? Not even. The newest streamer. Teja with that midlife crisis. Honestly, though, I think what is he taking a break from? Is it like he's not? I don't think he's taking a break from streaming, but I feel like he's. I'm speaking candidly. I feel like I understand where he's coming from if he's taking a step back from streaming as often. It can be some like the setup for streaming can be quite tiring. All the communication you need to go through, talking to people, stream setups. The after stuff that goes into it, the research, getting switches prepped. He says he's super healthy now and takes ghost poops. That is wild information to share. Damn. Nonsense, we just turn on the camera? No, big true, we just do. Sometimes, yeah. The Glitter 65 is giving me huge Pixel Space capsule vibes, not gonna lie, looking at it a bit. I would suggest watching the video I made on that. They seemed to have taken feedback okay from being very transparent. I don't think they were the happiest with some of the feedback that they got from me. But I mean, hey, like I said, regardless if a stream is sponsored or not, I'm going to be very, very, very honest. I do believe in subjective issues and preference-based issues, but when something is objectively causing me grief, you guys already know I'm very hard on objective issues. How are they not happy? I actually still had a great time with the build, so. Uh, 343 viewers reminds me of Halo. We have 343 people watching right now? Damn. $310? I don't know who to believe anymore. Don't get a big head? You're right, you're right. We haven't crossed that 330 mark yet. Which I think is good. Wouldn't want it in any other way. I personally appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Definitely not gonna... I feel like anyone who's in a position of wanting people to trust them, like, why would you sell out? Basically risking your whole career for what? A few bucks? Called him out, now we went to 295. Sorry, everyone's leaving now. They're like, fuck this Alex guy. Alex, just wondering, what's your coffee setup these days?
I hope your head is feeling better.
Thank you, Cyber. It's a lot better right now, to be honest. Coffee setup is simple. It is just my grinder. I use a Chemex. Alpha sent me the Aurea I believe it's pronounced, that I've been sort of using here and there when I do single cup stuff. I've been less and less using the AeroPress and more using the Orea, or however you pronounce it. And then, what else? Coffee bean wise, it's very, very heavy on rotation. But yeah, nothing too crazy. AeroPress is, I mean, it was my go-to because it's so simple, but the Orea, it's O-R-E-A. That's how you spell it. When Alpha kind of put me on that, I've been getting really good cups out of that, so I've been sticking to that one. Hey Alex, sold all my boards today and keeping one, but I want to buy a Bower Light for daily use. Is it good? I think it's such a good board for how much you'll be spending on it. So the answer is yes. I truly think it's a great board. Put all these things back for your mirror. All right, let me go wash my hands really quick. Hydrate? Okay, we'll hydrate, then I'll wash my hands. Good brands of coffee. Honestly, I haven't. Hold on one second. Let me just wash my hands. I haven't really been enjoying some of the new stuff I've been trying. So nice.
Heyo, hope you're having a good stream.
Thank you! Coop, thank you so much. I appreciate that, dude. For 9 months of being here. Thanks for tuning in today. Very kind of you, dude. Very, very kind. I really do appreciate it, man. But no, nothing crazy lately. Like, I haven't truly been enjoying some of the cups lately of stuff I've been using, so it's been alright. It's been okay. I have, believe it or not, you guys are gonna hate me for this. There's actually a Costco brand that we found at a local place that we've been really enjoying. I really like chocolatey, like more nutty flavored stuff, and there's a brand called Zivada, I believe it's pronounced. I don't think it's like, you know, an artisanal brand at all, but I really like their coffee. Like the coffee that I can get out of that bean is delicious. Like I get really nice like hazelnut notes and like almost feels like a caramel note. And then the other brand of coffee that I've been really enjoying is the place from Everyday Gourmet, which is in the St. Lawrence Market, if anyone here lives in Toronto. They have a wide variety of like house-made beans that I love trying. Their stuff's always been good. I don't think I've had one single bad like cup there. But yeah, I've been trying some other places, and I think, like, dude, I tried one with like cotton candy, and it's too acidic-y and like it's too sharp tasting, and I don't, maybe I'm not brewing that stuff right, but I'm not. It's just not it for me, dude. Speaking of daily drivers, what full-size keyboards would you recommend? Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm very meh about Keychron lately, if I'm being real. I've just heard way too many bad things about their customer support. I don't know what's out for full-size keyboards, though. Yeah, I really don't know what else is available. That's the tough part there. Okay, let's unscrew this, which is on the back here. Can you even get a fossil anymore? I don't think you can buy the fossils. I think they're sold through, right? If you can get a fossil, get a fossil. Fossils are fantastic. I really enjoyed it when we built it, and I think I'm going to be building one very soon for someone else. The Windex 98's good too, but I don't know if those are available either. Wasn't there a keyboard that had no F-row? I don't know if I'd consider an F-rowless to be a full size though, even if it has like the numpad and stuff. Usually when people are telling me about boards and I recommend them those, I usually get kind of like told that's not exactly what they're looking for. I should be doing a Lumen key stream soon. The new one you mean? I think soon. I don't know when, but soonish. Let's move some stuff out of the way here. Let's get the... Ymir, do you know which ones you want for these? I'm thinking we go with the ones that I really like, which is just the standard full ones there, but If you have anything else that you'd prefer, gladly will use it. Where are the feet? Those are standoffs. Feet. Oh, and you got a different color badge. I actually really like the copper. What color is this? Yeah, I'm thinking because we want to get like bright, full clacky, right? So I think that's the best choice. The Paper 80 will be this weekend. I am so excited for the Paper 80. You know, I appreciate what Wuche does, but I think it's been a little while. Like, I think the last Wuche board I was this excited for was like when the Icky first came out. I thought the Icky was really cool. But pretty excited for this board from Wuche. It's called the Paper TKL. It's not made of paper, but it's really cool. Do you know any fancy switch pullers that aren't horrible? I use the ones from Mode. I just use whatever the free ones I get with keyboards are. I don't think there's a good one that I can recommend to you that I know of and feel confident about. Do you guys have any recommendations? I don't. I straight up don't, dude. Oh, I need the daughter board too. My go-to are the Wuche titanium ones. Oh, those aren't that bad. I've used those. Those are not that bad. Those are not bad at all. Yeah, the softest lattice blocks, I'm thinking, will give us a brighter... Oh no, it's right over here. Will give us a slightly brighter sound signature, in my opinion. If we go with anything too firm, it's going to be a bit... I mean, on top of it being a bit stiffer, it probably will be a bit lackluster in sound profile for what we're kind of going for here. I don't know. That's my experience with the lattice blocks. If you guys didn't know, for this particular board, we're going to stick the bottom in first and kind of clamshell it in. And then we can do this. I don't know. The mode boards are fantastic for what they are. I really like the mode boards. And there we go. Now we just screw it all in. It's a pretty simple build process here. No real fuss. Just be careful when you're screwing it in. The last thing you want to do is lean the screwdriver against the case. Do you have any O-ring recommendations? Like the actual O-ring board itself? I don't know what's out right now for O-ring stuff. I'm not too positive. What is out for O-ring stuff right now? I ordered an extra copper badge to swap out. Ymir, I prefer this kind of like color combo you got with the copper. Like if you were to go with this piece the same as this, I actually kind of like it with this mix and having this like bit of a rose border. I don't know, I think you made a very, very good choice here. I rebuilt my Encore and I'm quite pleased. What'd you build it with? My Envoy just sounds sus with whatever config. Foams. Do you screw in the standoffs for your Envoy? Like, do you know the parts over here and over here and over here? Do you screw those parts in? If so, unscrew them entirely. Just get rid of them out of the case. With the gummy O-ring. Gummy O-ring? Wait, what? Gummy O-ring for the Envoy? Oh, I've never used the have I used an O-ring in an Envoy? Cute. Very, very cute. Let's put some keycaps on. Oh wait, we're gonna vote on keycaps here. It's great to bring the meetups. Yeah, it's a nice board. All right, guys. Oh, you mean the O-ring on the screw? Oh. I would just get rid of the screws entirely on that particular board. They detriment the board more than they do any good. Do you guys want to gamble? Are you sure? Can we get a firm handshake for good luck? Good luck, everybody. You guys know the rules. So what we do right now, we're gonna do a prediction. Is this gonna be messed up? Yes or no? You have 2 minutes. Be wise with your points, please. Alu Ping from the mode Envoy. I did point that out for your information. There is Alu Ping when you screw down the screws, but when you screw them halfway, there's no Alu Ping. There's nothing to do with getting paid, and your presumptuous attitude's kind of fucking ridiculous, if I do say so myself. From the mode 65, not the Envoy. I think it's a build issue. I think that's a skill issue you have if you're getting Alu Ping from the board. Nothing else. Purely a skill issue. But yeah, thanks for being presumptuous. Can't wait to get a GMK Singularity and I will pill it. Hurt much? Huh? Or how about this? How about you just leave? How about that? Because it seems like you have an attitude. How about that? Bye. Singularity, and I will pair with the mode Sonnet for I have a custom thing planned. Ooh, I mean that'll be really cool. Wait, did you end up getting an Event Horizon, Zany? Did you end up getting one? I don't remember if you did or not. Yeah, it's like the board pings for one person and suddenly it's a widespread problem. It's like very narrow-minded, you know? What I find with people in the keyboard hobby is they can't build something right, so it's suddenly everyone else's problem. Or they hear their favorite person be like, yes, when you listen to this through a stethoscope, it's very pingy. And yeah, exactly, becomes a conspiracy theory. It is like the most annoying thing about keyboards is how fast people create conspiracy theories and stuff like that. There's no just like being happy with like stuff like that. There's no like, hey, maybe I used the wrong switch. Maybe I did something wrong myself. Nope, it's just fucking attitudes people have. To be honest, Envoy's a little hollow. I haven't had that with any of my Envoys. But I do agree that when you screw down the screws in the Envoy, it does create a little bit of a metallic-y sound. My experience is the only experience is kind of toxic towards yourself. I mean, yeah, basically. It usually is. All right, shall we open this, guys? Let's get our little... Where is my little tool here for this? Where do I stick it? But the Fortnite streamers told me that High Ground doesn't have that problem. Yeah, I know. Here we go. Time to lose my points? No. Actually, I need to better open this so it doesn't get destroyed while I open it. Where did I put... Oh, here it is. Oh, is it upside down? No, it's not. I don't think it is. Here, we'll take a quick look at the bottom of the packaging. That's how the bottom looks. So it didn't really... I don't know. We'll see how this is. I don't have a good feeling. I mean, nor do I. Okay. I told you I didn't have a good feeling about this. Ooh, that's pretty bad. I told you we didn't have a good feeling about this. Dude, this guy here, like, the delivery driver for this, I think this was FedEx. It was like, I think he might have been practicing for Frisbee. But, yeah, pretty crazy. pretty crazy, dude. This is probably one of the messiest unboxings we've had in a little while. Predictions. I mean, I told you he chucked. I said he chucked it. Okay, well, I'm just pretending it's Frisbee. Will this set be messed up? Yes, it's messed up. I said before. Maybe I forgot to mention it again because someone had to be presumptuous. I really don't like presumptuous people. Presumptuous people are some of the worst to deal with. They really boil my blood. Pretty sure it's Riley's fault. He sabotaged it. Maybe he asked ahead of time. Maybe he asked ahead of time for this to be chucked. GMK boxes are not good. They're okay. They're better than what they used to be. Like the original renditions of the potato tray. But yeah, they're not the best. And double down on with the shit attitude tells you, I mean, it's just, for me, like, listen, I don't want to talk about it too much, but, like, for me, it boils my blood when, like, again, people take their own experiences and then apply it to, like, this most negative connotation of things. Trust me, like, there's already enough people like that in the hobby that I just don't want to deal with it anymore. Like, it's just, I told myself a long time ago that I am not dealing with, like, conspiracy theory bullshit in this hobby anymore. If you think something's true and you're wanting to preach it to everyone, then you should go to your own platform and do so, regardless of whatever size platform you have, whatever. Don't come preaching what you think is true in other people's. Yeah, definitely has an agenda. Because they couldn't get a keyboard to sound good, suddenly everyone's paid off. It's like, okay, dude. Some people would love to assume the worst in every situation. Yep. I mean, there's plenty of people like that. People with platforms, people without. Just, it's really like, I've always said this, there's no place for that. Like, when you're just trying to enjoy a hobby, it's a fucking hobby at the end of the day. Oh shit, I did put these in the wrong spot. This set is actually really nice. DMK boxes? I think the best boxes I've actually received are probably the KBD fans ones. I think they make some of the better boxes. Talking about conspiracy, apparently the HMX being KTT was debunked. Oh, really? People are really, like, dead set on that being, like, where they got manufactured. Oh, I did put this in the wrong spot, too. You know what? Some of these are in the wrong spots. I woke up with a big headache, and I didn't change some of the commands. So that is on me. Totally on me. I know. I'm seeing they're in the wrong spot. I like all the play, pause, skip, record, eject. That's cute. By the way, guys, I know this is a client build. I'm showing off Riley's new set. Obviously, I work for Novel Keys. I'm going to like it regardless because it's Riley. Riley makes amazing sets, and I like what Riley does. Alex works 16 hours a day, so everyone but him. What happened? I like this keycap set, though I'm not sure why it turns into McDonald's colors on the bottom row. Really? I didn't really... I mean, I can see what you mean. I don't really consider this McDonald's colors, though. You're doing such a good job making sure everyone knows the NK connection. I feel like I have to. I think after, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, a big part of what I wanted to do with content was to, like, make sure everyone's, like, aware of, like, you know, sponsorships, or, like, if I got to keep a keyboard, or if someone let me keep a keyboard in the future. So I really tried to, like, triple down on disclosures, which, not for nothing, I feel like a lot of people are really bad at doing. Ooh. Okay, I want to use this instead. These are so cute. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, is this an entry key? I want to put this one here on instead. That one person getting mad at you for disclosing, which is odd. Yep. A lot of weird people in the world. I need to tune that spacebar. Actually, let me tune this right now. I'm going back on my GS3 kick for tuning. I got another little vial of GS3, although it's mad expensive in my opinion. Man, these key machine sets have incredible novelties. I mean, it's a really big kit. Do you guys see this bottom tray? It is full to the brim. That is a full to the brim bottom tray. So you are literally getting everything in one kit, which is nice. The guy was a plant from drama sent to destabilize goodwill in the hobby. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I hope not. I hope that wasn't a destabilization attempt, you know? Do I want anything different for the... anything else, though? I feel like I want to play around with this and make this look super cute. Is this the wrong spacebar? Oh, is this a 6U? Hold on. Wrong spacebar. This is a 6U. The worst part about it is that they had a solar banner besmirching the goat's name. I don't know who that is. Who's that? Let me know. Oh, even this, dude, even this one's really nice. Fuck, I don't know which one I want to use. They're all really cool. I don't know, man. I'm torn. I think I want to put this, though, over here just for funsies. I'm so torn, dude. It's a side print. Yeah, so here, let me show you guys. Actually, one of the cooler keycaps in here is this... Where'd I stick it now? Oh, my God. Is this cap. It even has insert in recorder. Like, it is... such a cool cap. The gray one? Okay, we'll use the gray. The blue is obviously, the blue and yellow is clearly a reference to Blockbuster. Alex Soler is the Praise the Sun dude from Dark Souls 1. Oh. Did I play Dark Souls? I don't think I have. The tape keycap is sick. Yeah, there's a lot of really nice keycaps in here. Where's the short shift? The do back keycap's really nice too. Record, high quality. Where the fuck is the short shift? Oh my God, it's right over here. Could not see it. There's so many keycaps. I kind of want to put do back though, man. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put record up here. The record's kind of sick though. It kind of goes hard. Even these like page up, page downs are pretty cool too. On this side. This is a nice set, dude. Yeah, you get a lot of caps in this. There's a shit ton of keycaps. A really nice set. Let's get the box for this. Where do I stick you? Loving all the sub-legends? No, it genuinely looks really good. Pen pop? Give me 1 second. No, I had a feeling it would look good on today's build. Okay, let me do the pen pop first. Where did I stick my pen, though? There's the better question. One moment while I figure out where I put it. I'm not positive. Oh, shit, where did I stick my pen? Oh, right over here. On the top of my desk. Ugh. How was I not following? That's okay. You don't have to follow if you don't want to. MV Expo is really cool. Pen pop time. I remember renting NES games from Blockbusters with no instructions included. Oh, dude, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. No, this is genuinely... Neon, thank you so much for gifting the sub to Plady.
A tier 1 sub to Platigami.
Thank you,
They have
thank
given
you.
6 gift subs in the channel.
So this is a carbon fiber plate. This is just your standard aluminum bottom. It does have this small copper piece, but this is not enough to make a difference in the sound profile. Wooden accents on the back, which I think looks really handsome with this keyboards. With this particular board anyways. Really, really handsome. Look at this. It just looks good. This just looks fantastic. As you can hear, clearly, all the metallic-y notes that we can all hear together. Clearly, guys, so metallic-y. The mods sound great already. The ping is unbearable. Hey, that sounds pretty damn good, dude. It's registering a 1.5 in my pingometer. Yeah, I guess it's too pingy. We gotta, conspiracies going on. Ooh, this does sound real good with the... This is a good combination, Ymir. It sounds perfect. It slaps. It sounds so good, dude. Spacebar. Let me tune up the spacebar a smidge more. When is the set supposed to come out? It's already out. It's in stock. Although I didn't check if it's out of stock though. It isn't as clacky as I thought. Really? This is pretty damn clacky to me, Rob. I don't know. Maybe we're a little different in terms of opinion here. I think this is pretty damn clacky. It does have like a full clackiness. To be fair though, maybe that's what your point is. Definitely a bit more full on the clacky side. Although, I'm kind of curious to see what if we were to swap out the spacebar. But, I don't know. I feel like the spacebar does suit the rest of the board. What is on that Sonnet? Like keycap wise, that is vibrato. Clacky for sure, just let Zenhei's... Oh yeah, that sounds better now. I think I did hear like a little bit of a shake before. That is super clacky to me. Really? I think it's loud. The mods sound really good too, which is really important to me for this. Damn that ping. It's really soft too. I don't know if you guys can see some of the board moving a little bit. I have the same ping on my Safa. So pingy. Yeah, all the ping. Are those the 62 gram ones? Ooh, that is a great question. I think that'd be a question from Ymir, but I think he dipped out. And there's no label on the box. I am not sure, but they feel really light. God, the switches are loud. Yeah, I feel like this is a pretty loud, clacky keyboard. I think we hit the mark on what Ymir wanted to go for. I do think the keycap set looks lovely on this. Maybe a different accent. Actually, I think I have... Do I have like a random accent lying around for one of these boards? I do. Here, let's try this accent. Is this the right accent? Yeah. We're going to put the copper accent on this board. Actually, you know what? I kind of preferred the wood on this. Kind of ties it better together. The new desk is from Ergonoffice. Get that copper out of here. Yeah, my bad, guys. My bad. Super, super my bad. Overall, pretty happy with the way this turned out. You know, I was a little concerned, if I'm being very upfront, I was a little concerned with the mods being a little too thin, because sometimes HMX switches can sound thin around the modifiers. I really don't feel like that's the case here. I feel like the alphas sound good. So pingy. I know. Big conspiracy. It's because we all get paid off. Yeah, the mods do sound good. And the arrows. I feel like the arrows are maybe where the HMX switches sort of struggle. But I still think they're still good. Like, they sound like the rest of the alphas. Carbon fiber plastic ping. Yeah, I know. Which lattices is this? This is the full lattice blocks. I don't know how to describe. I guess the full ones with like the lattice 4D print in them or whatever. What the hell is this emote? It's a good question. That's the Alexgasm emote. Alexgasm is crazy. Yeah. I think HMX struggles on the edge with plastic plates. They get a little plasticky. I agree with that, Fried. Usually, that's why I sometimes get concerned with like the shift to the backspace. Sometimes HMX switches, they can sound a little thin, but you know what? Like, I do feel like maybe in this particular case, because of the lattice blocks and how that works, is they're giving it some extra room to breathe and not be too stiff around the mounting points. You know what I mean? So I feel like it works in this particular case. Alrighty. Any thoughts if the PP mode... Wait, what happened? If the PP mode plates... Like, if they're good? Have I used polypropylene yet in the mode stuff? I don't know if I have. I don't know. I feel like the polypropylene would be good. We'll add a lot of ping. Yeah, I know. It's pingy. You know, everything's pingy about this board, so... I think they just came out. Oh, I don't think I have used the polypropylene ones. I can't imagine it being not good, though. I feel like they'd be good. Nylon would be good, too, I feel. A little bit more on the plastic side, so like it's going to be not as sharp as a sound signature, so you'd probably want to pair it with something a bit louder. You know what I mean? Or even like a tactile switch. I'm still big sold on my aluminum that go with the aluminum. Like this particular mode, Sonnet, is the polycarbonate bottom with an aluminum plate, and I love how full this sounds with the polycarb bottoms. You touch the board, instant ping, change for CF plate, believe it or not, ping, ping, all ping. Everything's pinging. All right, though, guys, very happy with the way this turned out. Looks lovely with rewind on it. Absolutely lovely with this keycap set. I think what really makes this set is the diversity of sub-legends on this. Looks super good on this. I go aluminum all the time with mode. I feel like it sounds the best, although I ordered a copper plate replacement for my mode. The enter key is really nice. Copper plate replacement. I've tried the copper plate once and I thought it was just okay, but yeah, I mean, it's nice though. The table's even pingy. Everything's pingy, guys. Let's go find someone to raid. Thank you so much for letting me build this, Ymir. I hope you have an excellent day. Everyone's streaming right now. Teja Types is streaming. Diego's streaming. Marcia is streaming. Everyone's streaming. And everyone's building really cool boards. God damn it. Okay, Riley did ask if we can go raid Mr. Lightning Keyboards. And I haven't raided Diego in a while. Let's go raid Diego. If you guys want, though, other people are streaming too. Let's go raid Mr. Diego. This is like OG keyboard streamers on right now. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being lovely. I will be streaming again tomorrow. The Dune 65 is going to be tomorrow. The Dune 65 is so nice. And it's a decent price. I'm hoping it sounds good tomorrow. It looks great. If you guys want to tune in for that one there. I am so pumped. Frog is Friday, I believe. I want to watch him every day. Thank you, QWERTY Types. Appreciate you, dude. It fucking better be good. Dude, honestly, it better be good. I've been waiting for this keyboard for a while, so. Alright, guys, enjoy Diego's stream. Dune might be pingy. Who knows? See you guys later, and bye-bye, everybody. See ya.